Morning, everybody. We're back on the fiber hut project this morning. Starting to haul out this crane pad rock out of this crane pad. Since we got the hut set yesterday, we will get this pad out of here, and then I got Cody Short Creekside. He's hauling, and then Dad's hauling with my truck, and we'll get a few loads out of here. Hopefully get this thing gone today. I've already loaded one load apiece of them, and I'm going to get some rock piled up here so it'll be quicker to load when they get back. It's going to take probably an hour and a half to the round, something like that, I'm guessing. So yeah, got the 290 going today, and actually this will be the first time that I've used it. I actually took the tilt rotator off of it this morning. That way it makes it a lot lighter to load trucks, and I didn't really need the tilt rotator on there to hog this gravel out of here. So I uncoupled it with there at the sandwich coupler and coupled that bucket back on. So that worked out pretty slick. I put I uncoupled that tilt rotator over here on the blade bucket from Tilt Tech. As you can see, that's a good place to store it right there. So I just unhooked it right there on top of that, and that worked out well. It keeps it stable and where it needs to be. So it worked out good. So anyway, I'm gonna pile some of this rock up and be ready for them guys to get back here shortly. You can definitely tell that I have the weight of that tilt rotator off this. I'll get the bulk of this hogged out of here and piled up, and then I'll put the smooth bucket or the grade beam on and gather this loose stuff up. I'm trying to keep this as clean as I can at the moment. Not get a bunch of dirt in it. That way we can use it on another job. We're actually just hauling this back to my shop and stockpiling it. It's too good a gravel to just waste. Even though it's a long haul to get back to my shop, it's about 30 miles, 35 miles to my shop, so. Went pretty smooth yesterday on setting that the building. The crane pad worked out well, and everything went like it was supposed to, which I'm glad of that. You just don't never know what you're going to get into. This is the first one of these I've ever done, so I didn't know what to expect, but I know what to anticipate if I ever do another one. This might be a one and done though. I talked to the electrician this morning, and we're going to start, this is Friday, we're going to start Tuesday on the ground field and the electric service coming in here to it. And by the end of the week next week, we ought to have a lot taken care of on this as far as the utilities coming in here. I might grab a smooth bucket and pile that up just a little bit better. Pretty nice that with the sandwich coupler I can use all the buckets on either coupler, either the tilt rotator or the just this coupler itself. See if we can slick this gravel off of here a little bit. Getting a little bit of dirt in that, but I don't think it's going to be enough to matter. We'll have one load of trashy stuff, I'm sure. I need to find a grapple for this. I'm thinking about a CMP grapple. I missed my thumb on certain applications. Thinking about the CMP grapple, the dedicated one, because I think you can get a bigger grapple with the if you don't put it on underneath the rotator. Tell you what, I'm gonna grease that coupler. I'm gonna grease that coupler while I got it unhooked, because I never have greased that sandwich coupler, because it's the first time I've had it off of there. I think my battery's dead. All right, I'm going to put the 36-inch bucket back on. I'm thinking about digging down right here to the ends of our sleeves. There's some chunks of concrete around on that other side that slobbered out. I'm going to try to get them gathered up. All right, I'm gonna get you and put you in the cab with me, I think. All right, I decided to put you on the outside of the cab. We'll see if we can get this chunks of concrete taken care of here. I could probably just mix it in with the rock that we're hauling off. And it's not going to break up, which is aggravating. Thought it would break up, but it don't act like it's going to. There's maybe a spoil pile here somewhere. guess. So I got to dig around this whole building to put the ground ring in for the electrician. All right, got that halfway cleaned up. We're gonna wait on the truck to show back up here in a little bit. Get a couple more loads out of here, and I'm hoping here in about 45 minutes there'll be another truck. Cody will be back, so back up here in position. I think I can set like this. I can set like this, put my blade down, and be able to load him that way, maybe. All right, I'll try to get some of this cleaned up a little bit, gathered up. I think one more round on them guys, and I'll have this in pretty good shape. Try to get some of the bigger stuff hogged off of here, and then I'll end up putting the tilt rotator back on and using the grade beam on this, I think. Or that's what I think's going to work in my mind anyway. We'll see. We'll see how that accomplishes. Don't know why that indicator didn't go back in on that coupler. because it was latched. It is latched, so obviously it's latched. It didn't fall off. I imagine before this is all said and done, I'm going to end up with a skid steer and power rake over here cleaning this up, but we'll see how good we can get it with this. right, I like it. I think that's something's unhooked in there is what I think. So I'm gonna check that out. That green on the right's supposed to be going back in. They're both supposed to be in when that thing is latched. I'm thinking that something coming hooked inside that coupler. That one right there. Quarter inch. Nothing's hardly tight on these. I don't know why they don't tighten them things down more. It's broke. That's pretty flimsy. I'm not sure how that even connects. That one's about to fall apart. No, that's... I'm not sure how that works. It's gotta be... The other side don't have one of those. All right, got that diagnosed. I'm gonna give him a call and see what he says. All right, I'm putting the tilt rotator back on. Cody's got his last load. I'm gonna put that rotator on and I'm gonna get the grate beam and try to get that loose stuff gathered up, and we'll load what we can load on Dad, and then we'll just leave the rest till we do their final cleanup for over here. right, we'll see if we can get it back connected. Let's see if we got pressure. I may have pressure on it, I don't know. I've never tried this. Yeah, let me see if I can bleed the pressure off. Shut that machine off. See what that done for me. It helped, but it's still not there. I'll try this other side. Trouble is, I don't know if I got pressure on the tilt rotator or on the machine. I don't know which one it's on. Let me shut the valves and see what that would do. I might have should have shut them valves, but when I unhooked it, then it wouldn't have put pressure out there. Everything's a learning curve. I bet that's what I messed up on. I should have turned them valves when I before I unhooked this thing. Because it's built pressure on that circuit. Now it's tighter than it was. So obviously I'm about to crack a line here somewhere, but I'm not sure which one. Try that one right there. I really don't want to crack this one, but because it's not a beveled fitting, where this one is, and that one's not going to be big enough. I don't want to break that pipe thread when loose, because I really ought to take it all the way off and put Teflon back on it. So, find a different wrench. Of course, it's gonna turn. Oh, it's aggravating. Nothing's ever works like it's supposed to. I'll get the right tools gathered eventually, maybe. Alright, now we'll see if we can, I think that's where the pressure was. Maybe not. If I could get enough leverage, I could get it in there. There we go. Alright, I'll tighten this back up. Try to get some grease off my hands, because that's a pet peeve of mine, is grease on the controls. And running a machine with gloves on that you've used to grease machines and got all nasty. And I'm not opposed to running a machine with gloves on, but not one that's you've used to grease and wall it around in the mud and dirt. All right, hopefully that'll get us going. We'll see what happens. What an ordeal. I got power in my monitor, so that's a good sign. We'll see if we can uncouple here. Oh yeah. That worked, I like it. Get onto this grade beam. So I better make sure everything works before I get too carried away. That was a can of something. Dog cat food or something, I think.